So what have we got here today, Victoria?
We have something I'm quite excited about, this little thing, because as you know, I'm not the tallest person around. I think this car is going to be quite fitting for me, and I'm very intrigued to see if you actually fit in the passenger seat. So what we have here, Justin, is a 2019 MX5.
It's very tiny.
She is!
Isn't it? It's
in
really
comparison
cute.
to last week's video, this should be a piece of piss
Oh
to
god,
drive.
yeah, compared to the Rolls Royce, this is like chalk and cheese, isn't it?
Exactly. So she's super cool. A friend of mine has lent her to me today for us to go for a quick drive. She's 2 litre petrol, 182 horsepower approximately, something like that. And manual gearbox, as you all know. I just love the old manual.
You love a good manual, don't you?
I just love me a manual, I do. Try
I
not
love
to
it.
stall
I mean,
her.
it's really cool.
She's so cool.
I mean, I'm not sure I've seen one in the flesh before, actually, or I haven't, not that close up anyway. And it's actually really nice. It's very smart looking. I was never a big fan of the originals, I have to say. I'm sure they were great to drive, but I didn't like the look of them. But this one, I think it looks really cool.
I do think that this is going to be a really cute little drive.
It says Cars of My Life on the side there.
It does. So this car belongs to a friend of mine called Lydia, and she is the only other female that I know in person who is as obsessed with cars as I am. I mean, literally, if you go through our WhatsApp message feed, it is just pictures of cars and us going, oh my god, will you look at that? Oh my god. And she has that same sentence tattooed on her, which I'm quite jealous about and might have to follow her footsteps.
I love the colour actually, and it's a really cute. I just have a thing for little sports cars. I think they're just.
Does it remind
you know?
a tad bit of like of TVR maybe?
TVR, it's like a miniature TVR,
exactly.
isn't it?
That's what it reminded. My dad had a couple of them back in the day when they actually still existed. And the first time that Lydia showed up at my work to show me her new baby, her pride and joy, the first thing I thought was, that looks really, really cool. There's multifunctional steering wheel, and the leather, the quality of the leather is super, super nice. I can't wait to take on the road.
The interior looks great.
Yep.
I think it's really,
the
really
little
nice.
Targa style roof.
It looks quite classy actually.
It does.
So this roof is quite nice. This is a hard top roof.
Yes. Shall I put it up so you can see what it looks like? Super fast. Super
quick.
fast.
I like the fact that it's a hard top.
Yep. With the roof up, how cute does she look?
You've got the choice of a convertible or coupe, and it actually looks really smart.
She does.
Either way, doesn't it?
Yep. I just cannot wait to go for a drive in her. Why am I in another manual? That's what I want to know. Why does this keep happening to me?
So,
You
how
can do it,
comfy am I?
Victoria.
I need
You
to
can do it, Victoria.
tilt. That's actually as far back as the seat will tilt.
Yeah. Well, you're right against the back.
You know,
so
I like to
what
lie back quite a lot. Practically asleep when I drive.
Is that why you drive so slow?
Funny. You're sat really close to the steering wheel, which is actually the proper driving position if you want to drive like a nutter, which you do.
The reason I feel like I'm quite close is because there's a lot of distance between where my legs are and where the pedals are. I feel like from the steering wheel to the pedals, I feel like there's quite a bit of distance.
That's proper sports car though. So we're following my car at the moment. I've never seen my car from behind.
She looks very beefy, doesn't she?
People on the camera might see that my t-shirt's a bit wet, which is not a really good look.
Just sweating profusely.
So I'm just going to try and capture your driving position there because that's really difficult because like this car is quite tiny.
I've never felt so close to you before, Justin.
You have in the chimney.
Was it closer than this, do you think?
Yes, it was. See, look, the camera's practically my face trying to get you in. This just looks weird now.
Are you getting all nervous?
Ooh, fuck.
Stop. Just, the car wouldn't stop, but it's okay. What's the matter with you? You're
okay, I'm going to switch this one off because I need my virtual brake pedal. Can't concentrate on the road with the camera in my hand.
So funny, and there's water here. Hopefully I don't have to brake over that. Are you okay?
Yeah, so I've
sure?
just sweated even more now, which is the last thing I needed. This is actually very cute in here.
It is.
I really like the styling. They've done a really good job with this.
They have.
And actually, there's not that much space here, I have to say.
No.
My legs are a bit bent. I can't actually stretch them because I'm 6 foot. Anybody more than 6 foot is going to be possibly too tall for this.
Yes,
No?
that's why I was saying I'm interested to see if you even fit in it.
Shit. We need to let Lydia out. There we go. Sorry.
doing, it's
I'm
all
like
planned.
dictating.
It's all under control. Shut up. God's sake, woman. I like this car, Justin. I want one.
Does it feel quite light to drive?
It does, and I'm liking this. I'm liking
little
how
gear shift.
tight this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lydia, échate a un lado, anda.
Ella se va. Ella coge carrerilla, ella se va.
So we're being all professional today with walkie-talkies.
We have. This is going, people. I tell you, I am nearing the 800 subscribers, and we are just going for it.
So are you enjoying this little drive?
I can't. I just wish that you weren't in the car right now, so I didn't have to talk to anyone. That's how much I'm enjoying it. She's lovely. She feels super light.
Oh look, no, it's a bloody DeLorean.
Are you okay?
It's a DeLorean.
Really? I thought it was a
red
Tomaso
When was it?
Pantera.
They didn't make red DeLoreans. I'm sure they didn't make red. They were all silver.
Didn't think it was a DeLorean.
It's a DeLorean,
Are you sure? Are you sure? Because you saw a 488 the other day and you thought it was a 458.
Are you going to question my car knowledge? Are you seriously
that is exactly what I'm doing.
Just drop me off here.
Do you want me to brake? Do you seriously want me to brake? Because you know I will.
Really? You don't most of the bloody time.
Just prodding her. We're doing. So it's 29 degrees outside, Justin.
We're not going to get much of a video done because she doesn't shut up.
So she's actually recording the front. She's in front of us and she has a walkie-talkie and she just went, I'm very sorry about it.
So could you live with a car like this though?
I could, and I'll tell you why. It's the same concept as the Abarth. So obviously it's a completely different car, but weight ratio, power and whatnot is the same. And I survived with the Abarth fine, and I would do with this car too. I don't use the back seats of the Abarth, only for boot space, so I just use the boot instead. And it's small enough that you could park everywhere, but I understand it's not for everyone. For a lot of people, this could not be your only car.
No, and it is a bit tight in here though.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was even more space in the chimney.
Yeah.
But I am a bit squashed.
You look ridiculous.
I am uncomfortable.
Okay, have you taken a picture of that? Your legs against the dash?
Oh, my skinny hairy legs. My skinny hairy white legs.
Your knobbly little knees.
I don't think anybody wants to see that.
Please.
But we'll try and capture something.
Please do.
It just looks ridiculous. These knobbly knees.
Look at this, there's like no room.
I think it's one of those cars. It has its purpose.
Yep.
It's a fun car. This would probably be a really good car to have as a track car.
That is just what I was going to. That was just the subject that I was going to touch on next. Because the only time I'd been in one, near one, seen one, sat in one, was when my dad did a track day somewhere in the UK. I can't remember where it was, and he had one of these for a few days doing track days and whatnot. And I remember thinking then, damn, this is like the perfect track car. It's got all the commodities that you would expect from any car, but I felt the same when we drove the chimney. So, how did you feel as a passenger?
Nervous.
No, that was just because of my driving, but of the car?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a bit tight for me.
Yeah, you
it's
do.
A little bit small.
You look ridiculous.
I haven't felt this squishy for a long time, to be honest. Yeah, the head is fine. You don't have to pat me on the head like a dog there.
I just like to vibrate just to get a feel for the space. But anyway, all in all, I think she's great. I don't think she'd work as a main car for anyone who actually lives. That's it. I don't need to add anything to that. That actually is alive and uses a car. But she's super cute, super cool. Works for my friend Lydia. She's single, young girl, no kids, just having a cat. And as I do, she works with cars, so she's jumping in and out of cars all the time. She didn't even need to buy a car. This is what she chose as her little toy.
Lovely.
So if something like that works perfectly.
Perfect.
Yep.
Good stuff.
All right, guys.
I hope
Thank
you enjoyed
you
that.
for watching. See you
soon.
soon.
Bye.